Hi, what's going on YouTube? Daniel back here for another video. So as you can see, I'm on my bed. I have my notebook here, and essentially I want to give you guys a quick video before I go to sleep based on something I've been doing every day, which I did before, and it's been helping me to keep things. What's going on YouTube? Daniel here back here for another video. So as you can see, I'm on my bed, about to go to bed. I want to shoot a quick video for you guys. But essentially, as you can see here as well, this is a notebook that I have been tracking something that I want to share with you guys. You'll see it in the title. And essentially, this has helped me tremendously in able to track the progress I make with nutrition and food and being able to heal myself instead of focusing on the symptoms. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Daniel, and for the past 8 years, I have used food to reverse my psoriasis and heal myself, live drug-free, and I want to share what I've learned with you guys in order to help you guys hack your nutrition and become your best selves. So for this video, like I said, this is a notebook, so I've been tracking every day since the start of the year. I did this last year as well, but not as consistently as this year. And essentially, this book is basically tracks my hormones. So I talked about this in previous videos, but I want to break down essentially what the hormones are, why they're important, and how you need to begin to use them instead of looking at your symptoms. This is basically tracking the most important part, which is the gateway between where you are with digestion, bad digestion, and symptoms, and basically where you want to be, which is healing your nervous system and your inflammation for good, and being able to use food to do that. So essentially, hormones essentially are the middle ground. So the whole process is you are starting with healing. It's like you could say a tunnel with has different sections. So first one is going to be your digestive system. Once that is healed by eating certain foods that don't activate inflammation in your body, then you can start to heal your filtration system, which is your cleansing system basically within your body, like your colon, stuff like that, that cleanses the body. Essentially, that is what you need to do after healing the digestive system. After that, the filtration system is healed and cleared out. Then you begin to attack the hormones. So the hormones would be things that I'll mention. After the hormones are balanced and everything is good there, then you'll have the immune system, then the autoimmune system, then the autonomic nervous system, which is essentially the core of the root of your issue, because basically you have you could say a glitch in your system, autonomic nervous system, which essentially is basically making your body fire inflammation signals to your body to attack basically what you're eating, stuff like that. So you have to basically get that fixed through that process I just told you, or that those steps. So for the hormones, essentially there's only a few you need to track, and these are the most important ones. Like I said, this will take you probably, I'll do in the morning. There's gonna be some you have to do in the morning, some after in the day, like morning, afternoon, basically when you start going about your day and stuff like that. But in the morning you can do most of them, and this should take you about like 10 minutes, and I'm gonna list all of them now. So the first one is sleep and sex drive. So basically, I recommend writing this down. Don't do it on a phone, just because you'll likely forget most of the time. You do everything on your phone anyways, and you need to really write it down and just kind of internalize it. And if you guys don't know, writing with your hand is the best way to memorize and internalize things with your brain. If you're typing on your phone, it doesn't sit as well in your brain, and it's not actually memorized as properly. So the first one is sleep and sex drive. Like I said, so basically, when you wake up every morning, how you feel in terms of sleep? Are you basically refreshed? Do you feel like you slept adequately enough? Is there anything that's off with your sleep? Maybe, like you said, like, are you waking up groggy? You wake up tired, heavy, stuff like that. That's something you write down. You can do it out of numbers, like 0 to 10. I recommend writing it down. Just do like 2 or 3 lines. I don't know if you can see here, but it's a very small notebook. But essentially, yeah, just do like 2 or 3 lines. So sleep, and then connected is sex drive. So you can kind of do that maybe throughout the day, how you feel after you wake up, and maybe do some exercise, which I recommend doing. But how you feel for the day after in terms of sex drive. You get urgencies to high libido, stuff like that. See other people basically have sex. Do you have you know urges to have that or not? And you can track that and be like, yes, no, very low, haven't had it for a few days, stuff like that. So write that down. Second one is mood and mental focus. So they can kind of go in terms of sleep. When you wake up in the morning, what is your mood? Um, and then mental focus would be, like I said, more in the afternoon throughout the day as you're doing your work and stuff like that. Are you able to focus well? Do you have tendencies to lose focus, lose track? Meditation helps with this as well. But overall, what's your ability to focus like in that day? And that actually matters a lot. Number two is digestion and poop. So these would be probably early morning, afternoon. So do you have a bowel movement throughout the day? What's your digestion like in terms of how does it feel? Like, do you feel heavy? Maybe you had a meal before. Do you still feel that meal in your stomach? Do you feel light? Um, do you feel like there's nothing there? Just kind of describe it a bit. See how that feels day to day. The fourth one would be bloating and gas. So these are pretty common ones. If you have any bloating after a meal in that day, and write down that meal, which one you think it is, basically the variable that you think it is. Maybe like the whole thing you should be doing is testing 5 or 6 batch of foods, and then if you include one, right, basically if there's bloating with it or gas, you sometimes wake up as well, maybe have some gas. So describe that. Maybe you had food from the night before. You can kind of talk to yourself and be like, okay, maybe I think it's this food. I have some gas when I was waking up or going to the gym, whatever you're doing in the morning's routine. And then you can kind of basically talk to yourself and try to diagnose yourself and see basically what variable you maybe added that is leading to this. And that is important because you shouldn't be having any gas or bloating. You have basically clean digestion, nothing like weighing you down, making things weird and stuff like that. The other one is strength and stamina. So how you feel in the gym. Are you pushing more weight than usual? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel weaker? And then stamina, pretty common sense. You should be doing cardio and stuff like that throughout the day. So how's your cardiovascular? Are you're breathing heavy? Do you feel like you can have more cardio as you're going about your exercises and stuff like that? Um, and then the other one is second last one is overall energy. So how do you feel overall in terms of energy? This kind of goes in terms of sleep, but in terms of when the whole day is finished, how do you feel overall? Did you feel like you need to nap throughout the day? Did you feel like vibrant, energetic, stuff like that? So that's a very good one to basically see if there's any fatigue or stuff like that that's basically underlying and is not being addressed and kind of just keeps going day to day. So that's something that you have to basically address, and you find that out with this. And then creativity. So yeah, how creative are you throughout the day? Like, are you coming up with ideas that are changing things for you, or are you kind of just stale and kind of just going through the motions, very you know day to day? The word I'm looking for is like autonomous. Just kind of doing things autonomously, and just you know days go by and you're not getting any sparks of creativity or like visualizing something, imagining stuff like that. So these are basically the hormones you have to begin to look at. I will include a video as to the importance of them. I actually got them from my mentor. His name is Rob Stewart. But essentially, anything digestive related, this is your secret weapon. Because if you start to look at symptoms and how you're feeling, well, for skin, especially like how it looks, if is there a patch here, you're gonna basically go crazy. You never understand what's actually happening, which is are you able to balance these hormones? And if you have any other autoimmune condition, I'm not really sure what the symptoms will be for that. Just maybe type below which ones you're kind of going through, which one you want to start healing with this system using food. But essentially, this is a system, anyways, and able to see those hormones. So I'll include the video to help you understand this a bit more. But more or less, want to give you guys a brief introduction so you guys know, what I do day to day and why I've talked about hormones as opposed to like looking at the symptoms and like waiting for something to change. I did this in the past with my psoriasis, and something I wish I didn't do, and went with this instead because, like I said, if you're waiting for symptoms to heal and kind of things to happen before your eyes, like basically, what's the term? Seeing to believe as opposed to being believing to see, then you'll basically go crazy, and you'll have days where some flare-ups will happen for no reason, and you don't know why, and you're kind of just, like I said, you're basing your results off the wrong thing. The results should be based off this, like how well are things balancing for me? Are things getting better? Like, is my energy getting better? My sex drive, my overall energy, creativity, those are the ones you should be trying to increase. Digestion and poop should be kind of normal. Bloating and gas should be neutral. Like, there shouldn't be anything giving you like excessive bloating and gas. But you more or less will start to write down and see. You have some that are worse than others, and you're trying to balance them out, make the good ones increase, and then some neutralize, like the ones I mentioned. But essentially, yeah, this is something that will help you tremendously. And if you have any questions about it, please feel free to contact me as well on Instagram. I do help clients with this, a few clients, in terms of finding that diet that best helps them in order to basically hack their nutrition and just get overall better life, as opposed to depending on the healthcare system and the information from society, which is completely wrong and all backwards. But anyways, if you do like the video, like and subscribe, helps the channel grow. More will be coming. Like I said, this video was last minute, but I wanted to give it to you guys as I was writing this down. This is kind of part of my daily night routine and something I recommend doing on paper and not on your phone, because you will forget. Any habits as well that you want to track, do it on your piece of paper, notebook, and that will help you tremendously. But anyways, you'll see everything in the description. Hope to see you guys once again in the next video. And in the meantime, keep killing it.